Welcome back into All Access. We got the one and only Vic Lombardi here to help break down what was a tough Nuggets game. I do want to start with this 36-hour window. You know, they're kind of playing it off, no excuses, but this feels like, what was the league doing a little bit there?
Yeah, well, Aaron Gordon wasn't playing it off. He was mad. Aaron Gordon said, you know, you have these elite athletes playing at the highest level. At least give them a little more time to collect themselves. And it could explain, Romy, why that first quarter looked like a construction zone. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, 17-8, is that what it was?
Yes.
It wasn't even basketball.
Yeah.
So these guys, you know, both teams had to go through it, so it's not an excuse, but it is a reason, perhaps, why both teams sort of struggled to get into the flow of the game.
And then you look at that. One thing about this Nuggets team, if we go highs and lows, a high is there's no panic. A team could have maybe thrown in the towel. What did you see from this team kind of in the third quarter, the fourth quarter, before they ran out of gas?
You know, before I get into that, I'm going to tell you something right now. Had the Nuggets won this game and gone to OKC up 3-1,
Yeah.
I would have, as a longtime Nuggets fan, the same level of anxiety as I have at 2-2.
Okay.
Because this Nuggets team doesn't do well when it has a lead. It doesn't do well when it has an advantage in a series.
Yeah.
It does well when they're doubted. It does well in situations like this. I'm not going to say they're going to win the series, but you know what? You got to win 4. You got to win there at least once. They've won there already. So would it have been nice to win today? You're darn right. Is it over? No. It's a 3-game set.
All right, so talk to me. How do the Nuggets win this series?
Well, I think today's game, even though they lost, believe it or not, having it muddied up, having chaos, I think that's the style they want to play. Because if both teams are making shots, they got better shooters.
Yeah.
They got more shooters. Their bench outscored the Nuggets bench 35-8 because they've got shooting off the bench. So I think the way the Nuggets can win this series is to continue this wrestling match and hope they can out-wrestle the Thunder.
All right, I'm going to flip it. How do the Thunder win this one?
Well, one thing the Thunder achieved today, which gives me a little pause, is this. The thing against them was, oh, well, they can't win close games.
Yeah.
They can't win the tight games. Well, what'd they do tonight? They won a close game. They broke through in that department. That has to give them confidence. And the Nuggets know they're going to be confident. So if you had told me before, going into the fourth quarter, it's back and forth, I'd say Nuggets W every time. Well, OKC got the W, and they won the hard way.
I'm with you on that one. I want to talk to you a little bit about officiating. Not so much this was a bad call, this was a good one. It just feels like there's such a lack of consistency. How frustrating is that for players where one gets called, one gets called off? It's the same thing.
The physicality in the playoffs ratchets up fivefold.
Yeah.
It just does. And I think what this series has become is we're going to foul like crazy early and just set the tone, and that's what it is. So now you're starting to wonder, what is a real foul? What is a real foul? You know, what Oklahoma City's done, because they have so many players, they're just going to make anybody decide that. Well, who cares if Chet fouls out? They got guys. Who cares if one of their guards foul out? They got guys. That's a huge advantage they have. They can use their fouls to their advantage.
Who has, in your mind, is the X factor for the Nuggets in Game 5 to get that win?
I think Jamal Murray. I think there's no room inside. There isn't. So everybody that says, well, you know, Joker's got to drive more, there's literally no room to drive.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon inside, they took away the dunker spot, so he can't do what he does. I think they have to hit jumpers. The winner of this series will make more jumpers. The Nuggets took the lead in the fourth because they hit jumpers in the third. They gave the lead back because they started missing their jumpers.
All right, I know whatever the outcome was or not, can you just talk to me from your perspective? You've watched this closer than most in the past few years. Aaron Gordon, the clutch shots, just him this postseason.
It's been a revelation, to be honest with you. And I think he's smart because he's later in his career getting there, and he's always known as the great athlete. Well, you got to establish a jump shot if you want to extend your career. And what he's shown us in this playoff run, he can shoot the ball. So good news moving forward. He did bank in a 3 that cut it to 5, too little too late. But listen, man, my only message to Nuggets fans, it's a 3-game series. If I had told you 2-2 at this point, I think a lot of Nuggets fans would have taken it.
Yeah, they'd buy that. As Jamal Murray said, it's not a funeral.
Yep.
That's what he told you.
Yep.
Vic, you are the best. This has been such a treat. Thank you so much, my friend.
All Access right here on CBS 4.